We lose the BBC. What happens to children's content? Adam, to each of you.
We're left with pretty much nothing of any value. On YouTube, increasingly we're seeing a lot of content created by bots, and it'll be YouTube providing all of the content then, I imagine. The streamers will be present as well, but if you've got a subscription, that's fine. But again, and no disrespect, I'm a big fan of all the streamers, I've got most of them, but they cater for global audiences, not local audiences, and they try and please all the people all the time, and they succeed a lot of the time. I think something like Sex Education, which was set very near where I grew up, in a high school, but in the Usk Valley, so beautiful scenery, lovely. But all of the tropes within it were very much high school American culture. So, it was a great entertaining programme, and I learned some things, let me tell you now. But it's not the same as the sort of content that the BBC would make, that any UK public service broadcaster would make, because it's not truly reflecting our young people and our audience.
Can I go on, say something? First of all, to lose the BBC or to lose the licence fee for kids' content would be disastrous. Okay, so make that absolutely clear. It'd be absolutely disastrous. And the thing is, the market is so tough with YouTube fragmenting audiences, with advertising restrictions around junk food, which we could all understand why they're there, but that took £200 million a year out of the advertising sector, with tax breaks that I don't believe are that competitive. The market is so tough that we can't finance original content on our own, or very rarely can we finance original kids' content on our own. So we need to partner with the BBC to be involved, and with other broadcasters, obviously. On sex education, I don't actually represent Netflix, so I don't feel I need to defend it, but sex education always gets this bad rap, and I think it's quite instructive about the complexity of the ecosystem that we have, because sex education gave a platform to a new generation of British talent. Amy Lou Wood got her break there, Nkuti Gatwa got his first break there, and it's no coincidence that after Nkuti had established himself, the BBC, after 60 years of Doctor Who, appointed its first black Doctor Who, because he'd built up a global following with younger audiences via sex education. So even though it might not represent, it might not be a gritty kids show, it does have a value to the whole UK ecosystem.
Adam, I completely agree, Adam, and I was just making the point that it's different to UK public service content, subtly sometimes, and it's a great show, I love it. And Shooty was great.
Anything to add, John, to wind up?
No, I would just reinforce hopefully what I've been saying is that I think we're at a very, very important point. And I think hand-wringing and reports without action over the next 5 to 10 years will be letting British kids die.